So you've got tight hips and you've tried stretching, but it's not fixing the problem. What if it isn't a tight muscle and something deeper is going on? In this video, I'm going to share how I fix my tight hips and how you can too. So hello, my name is Catherine and I support people to free themselves from pain so that they can move pain-free every day. So let's get started. So most of us are walking around with compressed fascia, and this is when we're walking around with poor posture and our fascia twists and turns and locks us out of alignment, and this causes the compressed fascia and this causes the pain. So for our hips, if we are shifting our weight to one side when we're standing, if we're walking with our feet outwards, we are creating pain in our hips because the fascia is twisting and turning to keep us upright, and that causes the referred pain in the hips. So it may be due to the fact that your feet are not in alignment and your weight of your body is shifting to one side that's causing your hip pain. So even if you're stretching and you're trying to sort the hip pain out, you're not actually decompressing the fascia, so you're not actually resolving the hip pain. Because the fascia has frozen the hips out of alignment, this is causing the pain. And when we stretch, we're trying to force that frozen tissue, that frozen fascia, into correct alignment, trying to strengthen it and stretch it, and because it's frozen, it's not able to do so. When we collapse into the core, so our shoulders come forward, we round forward, we are displacing our pelvis. So our pelvis is then out of neutral alignment, and this causes pain in the hips as well. And again, the fascia will twist and turn and lock us out of that alignment. So we need to be aware is also the lower body and how we are standing, but also the upper body. Are our shoulders back and down? Are our hands facing forward? Are our hips in alignment, or are we switching to one side? So when you're sitting, you should be sat on your sit bones and it should be equal weight on both sides. If we are more on one side or more on the other, if we cross our legs, we are displacing our hips so that they're not in alignment and causing that fascia to twist and turn and lock us. And then when we try to stretch or try and walk, the pain starts because we've been locked in that incorrect alignment. So what can we do to get out of this hip pain? So it's a three-part process. We need to be aware of our posture, the way that we are standing, whether we are sitting, the way that we are holding ourselves. We need to be breathing diaphragmatically. So that is breathing in through the nose, our belly expands outwards, out through the nose, our belly goes small. Most people chest breathe, and this gives the body 6 times less oxygen. The body needs the oxygen in order to send all that blood and oxygen to all the cells so it can do its job properly. And then we need to decompress the fascia, and we can do this by using the block therapy block or a rolled up towel. When we decompress the fascia, we lie on the block or the rolled up towel. We let our body weight and gravity to do the work. We're not forcing, we're melting away the fascia. And when we breathe diaphragmatically, we help that melting by heating the body. So if we don't breathe diaphragmatically, the decompression will help with the block or the towel. But if we breathe diaphragmatically, we increase that speed of melting because the body then has the right oxygen for that area to be able to melt the fascia away. The tension you feel in your hips is coming from all those 3 parts. We need to be making sure that we are standing correctly, we're sitting correctly, and then we need to be breathing diaphragmatically and then releasing that tension that's caused. And it happens for all of us because we never always stand correctly, we never always sit correctly. So there is always going to be tension in some part of the body, and we can release this tension by decompressing the fascia. So in my next video, I will share with you 3 positions that you can do to make sure that we are releasing the fascia that will get rid of the hip pain for good. In the meantime, you can check out this video which talks about posture, how to stand correctly. This will help you with the foundations of standing and sitting so that you're aware of how the alignment should be, and then so you can notice throughout the day how you're standing, how you're sitting. And then to breathe diaphragmatically in and out through the nose, making sure that we're breathing into the belly rather than the chest, and we're exhaling and making that belly as small as possible to get rid of all of that breath. And then we need to decompress the fascia by using the rolled up towel or the block therapy block, and that's what I'll show you in my next video. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.